Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia, and this is a quick update. Probably end up wouldn't be so quick, but it's a quick update on the blackout situation in Ukraine. So, for a quick summary of what is happening is that Putin seems to get pissed off. So this entire Balaklia offensive has caused the loss of entire of the Kharkiv, Izium, and Balaklia fronts, and I think Putin got pissed off, and it looks like Russia is going to take it to another level in terms of this military operation, and for the first time, Russia has attacked all the major power infrastructure in Ukraine. So far, they are hitting most of the power infrastructure on the central to eastern side of Ukraine. They haven't exactly hit the power plants on the western side yet, nor had they hit the ones in Kiev. But everywhere else, it seems like Russia is very angry. So because you guys, a lot of people know there's 200 over of you, and it's still increasing. So I cannot respond to all your chats. So if you want to catch my attention, do use the super chat, and so that it's easier for me to track questions, just to be fair. And I'll just go through what's happening so far. The Russian missiles had struck multiple power station and electrical substations. So the most important one was the strike at the Kharkiv TEC5 power plant. So this is actually like a dual power plant kind of thing, where it's a combined heat and power plant. So apparently this is one of the largest of its kind in Ukraine and probably in Europe. So it was struck by missiles. So and there is footages of some explosions. Later I will see whether I can show you or not. And this caused a massive power outage. So this is not the only target. There is also power missile strikes on the power plant in Kremenchuk. And Kremenchuk is in where is this place called? Potova. So in south of Potova region, and then allegedly the electrical substation in Kremenchuk is also hit. So this is not, I think, is there any other ones? I think this is the two main ones that got hit. And there might be other missile strikes that are unreported, because the Russians sent a lot of missiles across the entire of Ukraine, and these two are the main ones that got reported. And as a result, on top of the situation where on the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant is already totally disconnected, and today we have reported, it was reported by Intel Slava that the last operating power unit of the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant has been shut down. So according to the Rosenergo Atom, so which is actually the Russian nuclear agency. So now the entire nuclear power plant in Zaporizhzhia is switched to a cold state. So but they made sure that the radiation level is still normal. And so this missile strikes disrupted the entire power supply, and so currently there is an outage of power and water in Kharkiv. So according to multiple information, firstly we have the lights went out in Kharkiv and Sumy. So Kharkiv and Sumy first went out immediately, and because the power is out, so after that the pumping station stopped working. So the pumping station stopped working, the water start to stop. So there's no more water supply in Kharkiv. And in Sumy, we currently also have a power outage in probably the entire of Sumy, I guess. So the entire Kharkiv is now out of power, and usually out of power means out of water. So just that I haven't seen reports about out of water in Sumy just yet. In Potova, there is power outage as well. So there is so accordingly also all the electrical trains are stopped. In fact, all trains in Ukraine is powered by electricity. So the entire train network is down. And Dnipro is also reported power and water outage in Dnipro region. So the entire of Dnipro is also gone case already. Zaporizhia region, similarly, they lost power. So and then we also have Odessa. Surprisingly, Odessa also experienced power outage. So the initial report is that three settlements and Odessa city is no power, but it might be a possibility that the entire thing has no power. And let me see. There is also some reports that certain parts of Kiev has no electricity, and the entire Ukrainian train network is now down. So trains has started to stop in Ukraine. There's no more power across the entire of Ukraine, and this entire unbalancing of electricity, because the entire region here has no more power. So they need to balance out the power, and as such, there is this danger of power surges, and as such, the nuclear power plant at Khmelnytsky, which is the one all the way in the west here, is currently in the process of disconnecting from the power grid. Similarly, the same thing is happening over here at the Voznesensk, there in the southern Ukrainian nuclear power plant. They are also currently trying to turn off the power plant to keep what they wrote is that they're trying to keep the system from crashing. So they are also disconnecting the nuclear power plant in the southern side away from the power grid. And if when they do that, then the entire western side will have no more power. And if they do this, the entire southern side will have no more power, because the nuclear power plant represents a huge amount of power generation within Ukraine. For example, Zaporizhia nuclear power plant is the biggest in Ukraine. In fact, it's in Europe, the biggest in Europe. It accounts for 20% of the power. So this is quite massive. So this already is gone. And interestingly, we also have report that in Donetsk, there's also no power. So Donetsk settlements and Donetsk city itself has no more power. So this is kind of like a very huge hammer. It's just like you're so angry that you actually punch the fan, and then you are bleeding, but you don't care. So it seems like the kind of situation now, from what I can tell. And also Kramatorsk city also reportedly has no power. So Kramatorsk is within Donetsk, so that probably they are getting power from the Kharkiv region as well. So they are also experiencing no power. So the situation is ongoing. The reports are just coming in. All these are just come in one. I was about to go and sleep actually. The current time is 3 a.m. I actually want to go to sleep. Then suddenly I just go through and see, is there any other things. Then suddenly I saw all these missile strikes, and then the reports of the power outage, and I was like, what the hell? So, and a lot of the pro-Russian sources and Russian supporters have been criticizing and saying that why aren't the Russians doing this much earlier? And some say better late than never. And I think that this is a massive escalation on the Russian side, because Russia has been trying to be nice, really trying to be nice. They didn't hit all this infrastructure, all the bridges, across the entire Dnipro river. They did not blow it up. There's a lot of rivers going around, and there's a lot of bridges that Russia could have just destroyed them and cause an entire logistical failure within the entire of Ukraine. They did not do it. And I got a feeling that after this power outage situation, they will start to hit all the bridges. So, and this is probably not just a warning, but this escalation in terms of militarily, we might see a bigger invasion from the Russian side into the Ukraine region. Possible. Hard to tell. Depend on the politics within Russia, because I read one of the political parties actually demand mobilization. So I'm not sure what would the situation be like. But usually destruction of power infrastructure is a very Western thing to do. It's a NATO thing to do. It's a US thing to do. In the US and NATO doctrine, they will always hit power station first. And with no power, the entire country will go into paralysis, and then they will be basically everything will be in a mess, and it will cause so much chaos that the defending country will have no effective means or efficient means to deal with the Western invasion. So that's what the NATO and the Americans always do. When they invaded Iraq, that's what they do. When NATO interfered into Yugoslavia, that's what they do. So they just bomb out. So Libya as well. They just bomb out all the power stations they can find, all the radar stations, then all this infrastructure they will destroy. And then the entire country will just go into darkness. All power supply will be in short supply. And this is what the West do. And it looks like the Russian side is now taking up this strategy. This is a very total war form of warfare. This is not a special military operation kind of warfare. Of course, on the West, it makes no difference. Their special military operation, they also hit all the power plants. So, but for the Russian side, this is a massive escalation on the very 200th day. So this is the 200th day, day 200 of the Ukraine war. The Ukrainians are about to celebrate a massive victory on the day 200 of this war, and Russians are like really, really angry now, and they are kind of like just bombard everything. So what are the implications? Basically, the entire train network is down. So Ukrainians will not be able to use the train to transport anything should these power plants are unable to be repaired. Because I got a feeling that if I am the Russian general, I will hit the power plant multiple times. So this time I will hit, if you can repair it, I will hit it again. I'll hit it until that the entire power plant cannot be used. So that will be what I will do. And just to make a point, you see, and to destroy the entire ability of that city to function at all. Because without electricity, hospital cannot function, the trams cannot function, trains cannot function, water pumps cannot function. Your entire economy will collapse. Traffic lights will not function. That means your traffic system will break down. So, and then your radar stations will not be able to operate unless you have backup powers. So, but then if you are the only thing that's running on power, then you will be even much more easier to be spotted. So then you become a target. So a lot of crazy stuff can happen, when the power is entirely out. And the Ukrainians have been operating on a very advantageous grounds where the Russians did not take out all these power plants right in the beginning of the war. So now that this is happening, I got a suspicion that the Russians may escalate the war, because this looks like the precursor to a bigger invasion. However, there is no indication that the Russians have gathered a massive troops at the borders of Ukraine. So other than Belarusian training in the northern border side, so quite unsure, what will be the Putin's next move. Because Putin, is a very, very patient guy, and he's pretty unpredictable because he don't do things that we will think we will want to do. So we shall see. And what else do I have? So let me look for any other icons. So yeah, so I think in terms of the quick report, that's about it. So we have the missile strike, TC, yeah. So we can go through the some of this telegram. So ASB, you can scroll up and see when all this shebang started. So you can see the entire of Ukraine was lit up. So the missile warnings, the air raid sirens are across the entire of Ukraine. Then that means that the Russians have sent out stupid amount of missiles, or at least they are flying across the entire of Ukraine. And the Ukrainians did try to intercept these missiles, but they seem to have failed. And we can take a look at the caliber. I think those are caliber missiles flying off into the sunset, I guess. Oh god. Yeah, it's very far away. So So anyway, then reports came in, power stations are hit. So there is multiple Western Ukrainian cities lost power. So this one I did not see because they did not report exactly what kind of city, which city is it. But then we have more specifics that Potoba, Sumy, Kremenchuk, Kharkov has lost power. So the missiles come from the Russian submarines and the warships. They use caliber missiles, and then the Kharkiv sky start to glow because the TEC-5 was hit. Then Odessa also lost electricity after getting hit, but we are not sure where exactly in Odessa that the missiles hit. And then it seems like, so according to ASB military, they say that it seems like all the missiles got through. So the Russians haven't launched such a massive missile barrage. As far as I can tell, it's been a long time since the Russians did such a heavy missile barrage. So then after that, Zaporizhia start to report losing power. Botova went dark, Dnipro went dark, and then Donetsk city itself has power. Oh, sorry, Donetsk city has power, but the Donetsk settlement went dark. So I reported wrongly. Let me change. So I just delete this away. Yeah, sorry, I misreported. I misread this. I thought Donetsk has no power. So Donetsk city itself has power because it's under the Russian control, but some of the settlements go dark, which are the Ukrainian ones. They are powered by the Ukrainian power grid. Then the Zminsk power plant got hit by the Russian Navy, according to preliminary unverified information. I believe this is the one at Kharkiv. So after that, they reported this is one of the most powerful power plants, and it was hit by the Russian Navy submarines. Then after that, we have the Kharkiv city administration reported missiles attack on critical infrastructure, heating and power is out. Then in the Sumy region, voltage lines has fallen, and then after that, the Ukrainian leadership tell the people to charge a power bank, and also after that information came out that they asked everyone to disconnect their devices and equipment and electronics away from the power grid because they want to balance out the power. Then after that, Kharkiv region totally have no more power, and then Kharkiv region have no more water as well because the pumps that are used to pump the water has stopped working entirely. Dnipro lost water as well because the pump is not working. Kramatorsk lost power. All of Kharkiv. Then after that, all of Kharkiv has lost access to water. Then Kremenchuk power plant. This is the explosion at the Kremenchuk power plant, and then there is a report of 3 more settlements at Odessa lost power. Then we have more missiles being fired. We are not sure currently what are these missiles aimed at. But the Pavlograd air defense system is reportedly active and trying to shut it down. But how long can they be active without electricity? Do they have running? Do they have their own generators? I'm not so sure. They should have. You see, they should have their own backup power plant. And then the Ukrainians are ordered to disconnect devices from the network because power equalizations begin as they try to manage the remaining reserve of the electricity. So and I show you later, got crazy videos. So you see the video is just all black. It's really blackout. It's no joke. It's entirely just blackout. There is no power at all. So I have never seen Ukraine this black and a video so beautiful before. I literally just see one red dot. So let's skip. Then we can see something now. So there was an explosion. Yeah, you can see the explosion. Boom. So then after that, the reports came in that electric trains entirely stopped working across Ukraine. Then after that, the fire brigade is there at the power station, but you look at this destruction, even by this small little view, it looks a bit hopeless if you ask me. So somehow then there is this statement. I'm not sure this statement is mentioned before or after this power outage, but this is being shared across many pro-Russian Telegram channels. They say that all goals of the special operation will be achieved. So they are doubling down on the special military operation. And as you can see, this is a blurred video of an explosion hitting Ukrainian power plants. The location is not given. So, and then we have another, very blurred out the photo of the explosion or the burning in Pavlograd. And then we have, so then there is this official say the Ukraine is being plunged into 19th century. If there is no energy system, there is no Ukrainian army. The matter of fact is General Vogt came to war, followed by General Moroz freeze. Yeah, this just shit talking. And this is the crazy video I want to show you. The freaking bus, electric bus, caught fire because of power surge. So because you see the top, this is a tram, the tram-like bus, and then they connect to the electricity on the top, and then the power surge basically caused it to catch fire. And then this is the Dnipro explosion. You can see how massive the explosion is. It looks really angry, the missile. And then after that, there is internet connection is gone. So there goes all these many of these Ukrainian trolls on Twitter. I think if they are in Ukraine, that's it, man. We don't need to listen to them anymore. So then a large column of Ukrainian vehicles moving from Mykolaiv into the Kherson direction. So I think this is probably a reaction. They are preempting. Maybe they are worried that because of all this blackout, right, the Russians may actually move in. As I mentioned, hitting of power plants is usually a precursor to a massive invasion. So I think they are freaking out and they are actually moving into a position. So, or maybe the Ukrainians are actually trying to do a counter offensive in anger. That could be also possible. So Ukrainians air raid alarm map warning system stopped working. So there's no more air raid system anymore. So you see these 304. This we started the stream at 3 o'clock. So this is already the latest information. So heads of administrations are explaining to residents who do not have internet access as internet connection drop how to connect to data roaming on Telegram. So data roaming. So you do not have internet access. Do they have GSM access? I'm not sure. I wonder if power lines, phone lines, right? No. Whether phone connections would have connections, will have signals if there is no power. Anyone know? Anyone know if with no power, can your phone GSM still work? Can your 4G still work? Yeah, if anyone is in this line, do tell me in the comments. I think that's a very curious question. I really didn't think about it. So that you can see this is a substation that was hit by the missile. So they are not hitting just power station, they are hitting substations as well. So the why ASB say is decommunization, because the pro-Russian Telegram channels are saying that because all these power plants are built in the communist era, so that's why since Ukraine love to do decommunization, they decommunize. Oh, so I saw Pedro Rodriguez say that phone towers have backup generators. So let's see whether Kiev have electricity. If Kiev have no electricity, I wonder how Zelensky gonna upload videos. Oh, they can, because they got the Elon Musk satellite internet, so they can still upload. Oh, we have a super chat from Baxterland. Do you think UK will escalate and hit Russian power station in turn with Western missile? It's 100% zero chance. Impossible. Even if it's Ukraine, also is impossible, because Ukraine wants to win the war, so they do not want to give Russia a very clear excuse to mobilize. and declare an actual war. And for UK itself, if UK launch an attack on Russian territory, there is a declaration of war. It's a nuclear war. Russia will not take it lightly. So then the entire of UK can go to sleep with the Queen Elizabeth. So unlikely. No, that is the problem. That is the special thing about this war. Because while people they diss Russia, saying that what special military operation, this is an invasion, this is a war, but this special military operation on the official term have meaning, which causes the Ukraine and all its allies a very difficult position to be in, because you cannot hit targets within Russia. Then how are you going to stop Russia from continuing to send troops into Ukraine? And which means the war can never end on the Ukrainian side. So this is like a trap, but also it's a double-edged sword, because for the Russia side, because they call it a special military operation, they cannot also deploy more troops that can help them win the war easier, which is why we see the fall of the entire Kharkiv region of the Russian controlled areas. So this is the game that we are actually witnessing between the two. So let's look at what Levi says. He say air conditioners are exploding. So so if you get the joke, it's actually quite funny. So so they also say this is how Donbass live for the past 8 years. A lot of the time they do not have electricity because Ukraine consistently hit the power stations in Donbass. And apparently Zelensky have made a statement. They said that Kharkiv and Donetsk region is completely de-energized. Zaporizhzhia is partial. Dnipro, Sumy is also partial. So they say Russian terrorists, they hit critical infrastructure. No military installation, just targets to leave people without light and heat. It's very funny. I feel this statement is so hypocritical. It is a war, right? This is a war. So Baxterland put another super chat, say is UK was Ukraine, not United Kingdom. Yeah, but Ukraine, like I said, because I think that you might have a typo. That's why I say Ukraine is also unlikely to to do this strike, too overt strike. They did already do a lot of they really test the envelope a lot already. They send in agents, espionage, saboteurs, and they blow up railways. They do terrorist attack. They attack some infrastructures. They do a lot of things. But all these terrorist actions, right, has already waned by a lot. It doesn't really figure much nowadays, because many of them has been caught, I think, by the Russian security forces, and the one that is in danger is still within the Belgorod region, because the Ukrainians can penetrate through pretty easily. And but they did try to strike using drones, and I think mostly drones, and they use helicopter as well to hit some ammunition depot. They try to hit power station, the oil refineries, I think. But hitting power station is like a different level, because when you hit power station is it's really a war declaring war D kind of thing, because the kind of damage you can cause through a power outage is massive. You will literally wipe out the entire economy, just like what is happening now in Europe, where the energy crisis is literally threatening to destroy the entire economy of Europe. And so Levi says electricity is not a right, it's a privilege. And in a way, it's actually true. In this war, right, in Ukraine, electricity is actually a privilege. Russia had been so nice in that sense that they did not hit all these power plants in the beginning of the war, and they allows life to go on as much as possible to be normal. But I think the loss of Kharkiv region just pissed off the entire of the Russian leadership. And so let's look at some of the other Telegram sources to see what they say. So this is Anna Delgareva. This is a journalist in Ukraine, and he's pro-Russian though. He said she's not happy about the problems of the civilians, but power outage is a minus of the train, slow down the supply of weapons from Poland to Ukraine, blah blah blah. Yeah, so I actually mentioned this, so there's nothing new. Did MOD say anything? No, MOD Russia did not say anything. They just published their normal nonsense. Let's see. Okay, so Ryba have a detailed report. So they say that around 8 p.m. the Russian armed forces launched a missile strike on the largest thermal power plants in the eastern and central Ukraine. So they hit the Kharkiv one, the Zmivska. I think this is the ones. Oh, I didn't know which one is this. I think I might have mapped it. So anyway, they hit the one at Pavlograd in Dnipro, the Kremenchuk in Potova. So yeah, I think this is in Kharkiv. So yeah, I think I didn't map this correctly, or they're just very near. So the launches of the missiles is actually carried out from the waters of the Black and Caspian Sea. So these all naval missiles apparently. The jump and the sharp energy deficit leads to a lack of generating capacity. So the transfer of additional capacity along the power ring of 750 kilovolts and 330 kilovolt power lines did not lead to the elimination of problem in the network. And then due to the drop in the frequency at the substation, protections began to work, disconnecting first large consumers and then entire regions. So they try to protect the network by disconnecting the people that are using the electricity. Then the collapse of the energy system spread to the network of Kharkiv, Sumy, Dnipro, Zaporizhia, and Odessa region, and then affects the area of Donetsk region controlled by the Ukrainians, I think the Kiev region, which is the capital of the country. Then both nuclear power plants, because the one at Kamenetsky as well as the Yuzono-Skrenskaya. Basically, I think this is the southern Ukraine nuclear power plant. They disconnect the power units due to the lack of ability to transmit generated electricity to the network. Oh, so that's what happened. So they have to disconnect because their powers cannot get through to the network, and then this might cause an accident. So the accident is localized through the disconnection of the western and central regions of the Ukraine from the eastern and southern one. So they actually break apart the power grid. So electric trains are stood up throughout the whole country. So electric trains all cannot work. And in Potova, several trolley buses caught fire right on the streets. Then the situation got more complicated because the last operating unit of the Zaporizhia nuclear power plant, which I just mentioned just now as well, because of the regular strikes by the Ukrainian armed forces, they disconnected it as well. So there is a significant decrease in the stability of the energy system. Then so now they are trying to restore power supply in local segment of the Ukrainian energy system. So backup capacities are being connected, redistribution of energy from hydroelectric power plants on the Dnieper and power lines in the western part of the country. So the Ryba asks, is this enough to disable the entire Ukrainian power grid? They say definitely not. They say you need to hit the 750 and to /330 kilovolt power auto transformers in the western and central part of Ukraine, as well as on Dnieper. However, this measure is good signal for hot head making loud statements against the background of the luck of Ukraine in Kharkiv region. So this one is his comment. So they say these missile strikes are all just a punishment for the Ukrainian actions in Kharkiv. So, but then Ryba urged that the Russian forces should continue to hit critical infrastructure, and they urged the bridges across the Dnieper should be hit. So so this is a very detailed update from Ryba about the exact situation about the electricity now. Baxter Land did another super chat. He said, best customer. customer. Do you think mobilized conscript will be motivated to fight? Effectiveness. So the conscripts usually don't know much things. Because when you are enlisted, you are being drawn into the army. By right, you shouldn't have phones, so you shouldn't have access to information. So without access to information, you actually do not know what's happening in the front, except whatever the commander tells you. So if the commander tells you that you are winning, and then they back it up with all this information about, you know, Kharkiv being captured, then the conscript will be very motivated. They will think that we are winning and the Russians are losing. Going to war, going to the front line will be easier. They can be heroes. So it really depends on the information. So effectiveness, you know, and motivation is really depends on how much information they know. So if they know what I know, then they should be quite demoralized. So effectiveness, if they are trained well in terms of defensive tactics, like for example, you know, when you heard someone shooting at you, you immediately prone, find cover, you know, and then look where is the enemy, try to shoot him. I think you'll be fine. I think because ultimately one shot, two shots will kill a person. So you know, so I think from what we have seen, you know, it is still okay, but you know, many of them have to die before someone can get experience enough. So so let's see, you know, what AZ military have for us. He show us the internet, the network connectivity in Kharkiv region drop to 25%. So this is the internet outage in Kharkiv region. So internet have dropped to 25% in around the almost 45 minutes ago. And then Balaglia also got striked. So there is some strikes in Balaglia as well. So what is it, Balaglia? I'm not so sure. So so the air command from Vostok say they shot down 9 out of, sorry, again, Vostok Air Command boasts that throughout of the launch 11 cruise missiles, 9 were allegedly shot down by the air defense and the Ukrainian Air Force. So yeah, I think this is probably fake news from the, I think this is Ukrainian, right? I think this is Ukrainian. Yeah, I speak 1 hour about broken air cons. So Zelensky confirmed there is massive blackout in the entire eastern region, basically half of Ukraine. So today he's not going to enjoy the victory that much, according to AZ military. So for just now I saw someone say fake news. See, Zelensky confirmed that it's not fake news. So you know, Putin drinking beer, and Kharkiv, Donetsk completely de-energized. I'm not sure if they are able to recover the power grid. Oh, there's a map. So, this is just how the map looks like. So, black one is atomic. So the size of the icon also means how big is the electric generation. So this is gone. This is hit. This is disconnected from them already. This is hit. This is hit. This is disconnected. This is not hit though. So I think there's a so this entire area here, I'm not sure you can see my mouse. This entire area here, all the electricity is all gone. So there's still some of the so there's still, you know, 3 more nuclear power plants, which I don't think the Russians will hit it, but they can still hit 3 more major power plants in the western side. So no, the alarm map is no longer working. So please do not spam tar. If you spam, I will kick you out. So what's up before the Z, man? Yeah. So these 4 power stations are hit. So I think let's see what War Gonzo said. If War Gonzo says anything, no. DPR not saying anything. AZ we already gone through. We have information, new information from ASB. At the time of the strike, subway in Kharkiv was put out of service, first time in 40 years. So this is the train underground subway. So apparently the subway, the train stopped working. There's still backup power to generate the lights on the tunnels. So the people are walking. So they cannot really use the train anymore. The train is not working anymore. Oh, this is just a ship hose. So this is not real. So what else do we have? Any more information? So we have still more footage of fires. So no, this looks like a substation to me. This doesn't look like a power station, or it could be a power station. There's a big building there. So this one we saw already just now. This is the metro stopping. So yeah, so I think Intel Glory, yeah, I think that's all. I think these are some photos of some of the explosions that allegedly happened across Ukraine. Yep. So that's it, guys. This is the quick update, which is not so quick as I said already. End up because do live stream always end up not so quick. So it's 43 minutes. So anyone got any questions, any Q&A or any comments? So well, 1,800 of you. So many of you guys are here. So thank you everyone for being here. Let's watch an advertisement. Let's watch an advertisement. Yeah, your advertisement is good. Give me money. So yeah, so Z for Zelensky. So rumors of Russian mutiny. No, I don't think there's any Russian mutiny. Let me see if I can actually. So a lot of Slava Dipiani. Where do you think they got the troops from? By Zelensky. Just people, just commenting non-stop of things that I don't really understand what's happening. This is what I'm seeing now. Oops. So anyone got any question? You guys are just summary of what? So we have a super chat from Candide Schmeiles. How do you pronounce that, man? Candide. So summary of what has happened so far. So I can do a quick summary. So other than the missile strikes, which I will not repeat again, I'll just tell you quickly. So the Russian Ministry of Defense have signaled a complete withdrawal from the entire Kharkiv region. So all the forces will go out. So there will be no more Kharkiv fronts anymore. The front line will be at the Oskil River along this line, and there will be no more Izium. So the Liman offensive has not worked out for the Ukrainians. They did not manage to break through the lines. The Russian lines managed to hold. The Ukrainian Sievers offensive towards Lysychansk also did not work out. No success over there. The Russians continue to attack in the traditional areas where they are fighting at Vasila Dolina, I say these kind of places. However, they did manage to capture Mayosk. So these Mayos, they have been trying to fight for a long time. There's a train station here. They got it. So finally captured that. And the fighting continues over in the Pisky region. There is reported fighting at the airport area, and then the Ukrainians launch an attack at Pisky is caught on video, and then they got beaten off. One at least they got 2 tanks got destroyed because the 2 tanks are going in front, so they are doing the vanguard, and then they got destroyed. So then you see the video, everyone is running backwards. Performaisky still continues the Russian attack towards Performaisky, and there's nothing else around here. However, there is information, a lot of information talking about Ukrainians gathering a massive force at Voleda to launch an offensive. And then we have what else do we have? And there's nothing here over the there's also another gathering of forces at Orekhiv, so the Ukrainians are going to launch an offensive from Orekhiv as well. The target reportedly will be Nesteryanska. I think there's another place they want to attack, but I forgot which place. Let me see. Did it right here? And Robotino, which is Robotine around here. So this is the 2 targets. So the gathering of forces is all noted by the Russian side. And then on the Zaporizhia area, there is no updates other than according to the Russian mapping, right? The line looks like this here. However, in the Russian mapping, they actually cut off like this. That means Kostromka and all these towns here are all under Russian control. But Russian mapping is not very, very reliable, so I didn't do this conflicting thing until I get more information, maybe from pro-Russian sources. Yeah, so this is just a quick summary, generally of what is happening. So there is a lot of confirmation of where the Ukrainians have already captured in the Kharkiv region. They already reached Vovchansk, so there is likely to be no more Russian troops around here. So there is still one more path for the Russian troops to leave if there is still anyone here. Yeah, so that's the summary. So let me see, where's my chat box? Okay, so and then the Great Cat asks, do you think Russia is going to declare war? If a war occurs, what will be the end result? I don't know if Russia will declare war, to be honest. I really don't know, because declaring war is a very huge escalation. But if they don't declare war, they cannot mobilize more troops. So I'm not sure what the Russian leadership is going to do. It's a very hard situation. So that's why I think this entire missile strikes on all the power stations is already an escalation. And who knows, they might going to declare war soon. Who knows? And if they declare war, they will win the war very easily. Because once they declare war on Ukraine, I think the Western powers will think twice about helping Ukraine, because you don't want to become a belligerent. Belligerence means you become an ally. You become involved in the war. Because if you become involved in the war, then Russia can legally strike you as well, because you are part of the war. So if it's a formal declaration of war, I think many of the European countries will stop helping Ukraine. That's my opinion. Then Crystal Dollars Polycapo send a sticker to keep it up. Thank you so much. Keep it up. Yeah. Then and Stefan Stojanovic said Ukrainians are deliberately shelling power station on liberated territories. Hello. Yeah, maybe, right? Maybe it's self-shelling, so who knows, right? Anything can happen. Perhaps they shell themselves so that they can get even more sympathy from the West and say, how come the Russians can take out all this vital civilian infrastructure, and then they can actually ask for more weapons and more money. Who knows? Maybe that's true. Maybe the Russians did not fire all the caliber missiles. Who knows, man? Because all this information coming from pro-Russian sources, so who knows, maybe it's wrong. Then Zelensky just make up things, and maybe then everyone is happy, right? So the Russian side is happy that they strike all the power stations, and then can give it back to Ukraine, and then the Ukrainians can get more money and more support. Everyone wins. Win-win situation. That's so good. No emotional damage. So What are the things? The Ukraine cut off Russian rail lines. They did not really cut off rail lines. They tried to disrupt the rail lines, but the rail lines are all repaired. Every time they try to blow it, they always repair it. Because railway lines are actually very hard to blow up, are like really hard because it's all metal. So what else? Oh, a blackout so big. Oh yeah, yeah. So salty. Don't take so much MSG. So frontline report say how much troops and equipment Russian left behind when retreating. To be honest, from my point of view, from what I've seen, actually not much. There are some equipments that they left behind, but I don't think they left quite a bit of equipments. So anyway, it's going to fall already. You know, it's going to fall already. I want to sleep already. So troll face. What is a troll face? DPA formation gathering in Chisinau to open new front. No lah, cannot open new front. So dangerous. Later we go to World War III. How? Who wants a great reset? No, don't reset. I finally got so many subscribers. Please don't reset. Don't get distracted, DPA. Distracted by what? So that I'm already at the end already. At the end of the live video already. What the hell? 1,700 of you are watching me. So I already finished my reporting. I'm just reporting about the missile strikes. I report everything finished. I'm just talking to you guys. So forgot to tell the record the people viewing the non-live one. Actually the report is gone. It's finished already. I finished my report. So you can bye bye already. I'm just talking to the live stream. So what do you think will happen next? I actually don't know, like Phantom 101. I don't know what will happen next. Because Russia can do literally anything or nothing. And every time I think that they will do something, they do nothing. When I think they will do nothing, they do something. So I give up, trying to guess what Russia or Putin will do. So how old is Wyatt? Older than you imagine. Do you report that the power is back on? I don't know. Is the power back on? Where do you get the information that the power is back on? Maybe on Twitter, is it? I haven't seen Twitter, man. So Ukraine war cringe. So he's very paranoid. No, he put only people within his Twitter circle can see. A lot of power outage means pro-Ukrainian tweets will stop. They're all busy fighting in Ukraine, yes. So no, everybody just sharing information from the production source a lot of the time. So Levi is angry. He said, no, stop fighting with one hand. Will Ukraine become the most green country tomorrow? Yeah, maybe, right? They will become the greenest country in Europe. So that could be the case. Dutch media say Putin is fleeing. Nah. Flee to where? He's in Russia. Where is there to flee? You are so lucky to live in Singapore, man. I 100% agree. I'm so glad I'm born here. I cannot imagine if I'm born in like Palestine. And then I'll be like one of the Palestinian rebels fighting the Israeli soldiers. I'll be dead. No sound already. I know some already. We are pulling back to focus on Donbass. We are willing to negotiate. No negotiation till Russia leave Ukraine, including Crimea. Russia responds. You guys should read this again. So, oops. So no, the Russian MOD say, okay, we will just focus on Donbass. And we are willing to talk. Then the Ukraine say, no talking until we capture Crimea. Then Russia just strikes all the power station. That's a bit funny. So I saw something about Singapore, Indonesia Oh, Wyatt, do you Singapore people see Indonesia as an alliance or close friend in military and political views? Uh, many years ago, maybe 30, 40, 50 years ago, no, Indonesia is a massive threat, national security threat. Today, Singapore and Indonesia is very close friends. We are very close. Militarily, politically, geopolitically, we are all in the same line, because I think in Southeast Asia mostly now, the biggest fear is China, and Indonesia and Singapore, I think it's very close. It's very close. In fact, I can say Singapore and Indonesia relationship might be closer than with Singapore Malaysia, maybe. So can you speak? Bernard Liam say, can you speak Mandarin? Yes, 我可以讲华语. So Putin take Chinese citizenship, move to Shanghai and change his name to Fong. You are overestimating China. China is not that strong, really. It's not. They are strong. I like literally stronger than the entire Southeast Asia, but they are not that strong. So Putin actually playing 4D chess. Believe me, 2 more weeks. I believe you. I believe you. I cannot find a mushroom. Please don't. I don't want mushrooms. Please, no mushrooms. Is Wyatt Muslim? No, I'm not a Muslim. I like to eat pork. If unfortunately Muslims cannot eat pork, no, there's a lot of dishes that there are pork that is so nice. I'm running out of voice, so I cannot talk anymore. Any more super chats? No super chats. I'm gonna go already. Yeah. MJ. Hey, you know my middle name is MJ. I used to be my previous name is MJ too. Do you think Russia will mobilize all forces? No lah, of course not. Ukraine, no. You compare Ukraine on the map compared to Russia, it's not that big. By the way, YouTube didn't send any notification when DPA went live, even though I bell rang and subscribe. Murphy said. So I just want to share. YouTube, right? They do not notify 100% of the people, when someone posts a video. So even if you press the bell, they don't notify everyone. That's why why you need to press the like button, because only when you press the like button, then the YouTube will actually push it to more subscribers. It's kind of messed up. Yeah, I saw a lot of people want to live in Singapore. Wyatt love money. Hamza, all Chinese love money. Not Wyatt only. In fact, everyone loves money, right? Who don't love money? So Versentas have been ordering me to go to sleep. Yeah, not applicable, say sorry. So why you have to say sorry for what? Famous Singaporean pragmatism. Singapore pragmatism very famous, no? So hey, oh yeah, this is top chat. I should put live chat. I'm so sorry. I should put live chat. Yeah, when you put top chat, right, actually you missed out a lot of the chats. Sexy as pork. You see, yeah, I missed out so much chats. Sorry, yeah, sorry. Wow, no voice already. I think yesterday 6 hour stream is too long, so now no voice. Suddenly talk all this 1 hour. Are you Singaporean or Chinese? Hamza asked. I'm Singaporean Chinese. What are you talking about? Chinese is a race. Chinese is a race. So I'm Singaporean Chinese. Chinese is my race. China Chinese is China Chinese. So in case you guys are not from Asia, every country have Chinese people, have the Chinese racially Chinese people. So you have Filipino Chinese, you have Thai Chinese, Malaysian Chinese, Singaporean Chinese, Indonesian Chinese. Every country have Chinese. American Chinese, heard before. So China Chinese is the Chinese where when we talk about news and geopolitically, we say the Chinese, referring to China. But in Asia, especially in Singapore, we call them China Chinese or PRC, People's Republic of China, because Taiwanese is also Chinese, because they are also Chinese people. They are Republic of China. So yeah, you miss so much spam. You use top chat. Yeah, Rega. So a nice name though, Rega. Sounds like a Targaryen. Do you play any cultured gacha games? What is gacha games? Okay, Nico, how do Ukrainians suddenly have the capacity to launch so many offensives simultaneously? Why doesn't Russia do the same thing as Ukraine? Ukraine have more people. They have more soldiers. That's why they can do this. They just that every time they gather, they got missile strike. So it's very hard to gather enough troops to launch an offensive. So perhaps the HIMARS and M270s helped because all these multiple launch rocket system managed to hit the missile depots and ammo depots and, of the Russian side, causing Russian to have not enough ammunition to actually take out all this gathering of troops. So maybe that is what happened. Will you make a YouTube membership for the channel? There's no point of making a membership, right? There's Patreon. You can actually join the patron. So you can become a patron in my Patreon. So that works too. Because the YouTube membership actually takes a lot of money from the creator. So Patreon is not that bad. In fact, if I actually switch to Ko-fi, right? ko-fi.com, that one can get 100% of the money. But I haven't do this switch yet, so I'm still thinking. So no problem. Patreon works for now. Is it true that Singapore is going to collapse because of low birth rate? No, Singapore will just import more and more foreigners. A lot of people want to live in Singapore, right? You see the chat, everyone say want to live in Singapore. So hey, 1 hour already, man. 5 more minutes. 4 o'clock I leave. If there's no more super chat, 4 o'clock I will leave. Okay, no more because I need to sleep. So then what else? Sniper Dejan Barry. I heard about him. Wire Antonovsky. Why is it always Antonovsky? You're so intelligent. Thank you for your work. I'm so shy. Why you say I'm intelligent? I'm so happy. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, in India we have Chinese race too. Yep. Do you think Russia will respond now after this big defeat? How do you think Russia? Yeah, they just missile strike the hell out of Ukraine, right? So they are now having no power, and coming to the winter, they will have no heat. So that will be a big threat to Ukraine now. Hello from Russia. Hi Peter. I'm glad you have power and internet and can connect to YouTube. I feel Singapore and Dubai are the same. Yeah, I mean, Dubai might learn from Singapore a lot. So still got 1,400 of you. What the hell, man? Yeah, I didn't expect to do a live today. I was about to sleep. So for those that didn't hear, I was about to sleep. Then I scroll through Telegram. I was like, what the hell happened? Then I scroll through and see, wow, for the first time, Russia is actually hitting all the power stations. So I have no choice. I have to go do the update. Then I realized that the information, it just keep popping up. So it's still happening. So I felt that the only way to do this is through live. So that's why I have to do live, in order to to put this information across in a better way. So how are you such a chat? How can I learn this? I'm not that much of a chat. Just be an asshole, you will be a chat. And face asshole face to face. If people say shitty things, you just call them out. Singapore has much better universities and intellectual capital from Dubai because we started earlier. I think because Singapore started earlier. I think. Hello from Slovakia. We are next to Ukraine. Yeah, good luck to you. Please stay safe. No, I live in Dubai. It's better than Singapore, except more expensive. Yeah, more expensive means not so much better, right? It's still not so better. But Singapore is also not very cheap. Keith Palmer is frontline report. Hello from Indonesia. Selamat malam. Kamu tidak tidur. Pergi tidur lah. Sudah pukul 4. Do you like peanut butter? Yeah, it's okay lah. No, I do eat peanut butter, but I don't really love it. Where's the Ukraine bots? They are all offline. They are all offline. You're not a military expert. Actually, I'm also not a military expert. I just like geopolitics a lot. Hello from UK. I didn't know UK got communists, but you know, hi, hello. Uh, uh, so wish you feel okay. Because I know your queen just passed away. Damn nice Shillong, DPA Shillong. What's the Shillong? Did Russia just lose the war? Uh, lose the war. They was losing the war until just now. Until just now, after the missile strikes on the power station, they are not losing the war already. Previously they were losing the war. Hello from Switzerland. Hi Sweets. Singapore really hopes to become like Switzerland. Hey, I replied to y'all, nobody do super chat already. So hello from Brunei. Hey Brunei, hey, you don't need to sleep from Brunei. Brunei and Singapore are best friends. How was your time in Singapore's military? Like dark humor. Like everyone's experience in military is always like dark humor. Like it's shitty when you are inside, but when you think back, it's like very funny. It's not that bad. Mine is not that bad. But I don't really like the regimentation. I have too big an ego to be in the army, and I don't like the rules. It's not so flexible. Hi from Philippines, Grace. Grace, time to sleep, Grace. Grace Galupo. No, I think your time is even worse, right? It's in the morning already. How well informed in Singapore is about the Ukraine war? Badly informed. But at least the Singapore news do publish Russian Ministry of Defense statements or Putin's statements, so it's a bit more balanced. But when you listen to but they also report what Zelensky says, so people will naturally be more pro-West. So it's very Singapore is quite Western. It's pretty Western. So I'm not very normal, to be honest. I'm not a very normal Singaporean. Singapore can be conquered by China in 20 hours. It's not possible. China cannot even get close to Singapore because Singapore have a stupidly powerful military. So China do not have the ability to deploy so far away. Yeah. Asia did internship at A-Star. Wow. Same painful to return to shitty UK. You can try to Asia can find job in Singapore, right? But I think nowadays find job in Singapore, the salary will be very high. So to be qualified for such high salary, you must be very good. And are they good jobs in Singapore? There are good and bad jobs in Singapore. There are terrible jobs, so terrible jobs too, like construction work or clearing rubbish. Then there are very good jobs like programming. So it depends. 4 o'clock already. I gotta go already. So is Singapore neutral like DPA? And used to be neutral, not so neutral nowadays. Nowadays seems very pro-West. Singapore Air Force is better than Ukraine, of course lah. Singapore's Air Force is among the most powerful in the world. We have stupidly powerful Air Force. I think our Air Force might be stronger than most of the NATO countries. And why the Singapore Army is so strong? Because Indonesia is so big. Malaysia is always trying to stir shit with us, so we have a very powerful military. Hello from Thailand. Sawadee krap. Okay, enough for chit chat. This is not meant to be a chit chat session. It's supposed to be me just updating about the missile strikes on the power stations and the power outage. Why the hell this become a chit chat session? So nobody have heard of Singapore Air Force? Google it, man. IDDN. Go and Google it. You'll be surprised. Zelensky will, when he saw Singapore Air Force, his saliva will come out. So, focus. Stem cell dictatorship. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone. How many people are there now left? Still 1,300. Hey, y'all are crazy. Y'all don't want me to sleep, man. Hi guys, how the weather? So I will be back. I should go and sleep, but you guys are making me so awake now, because how the hell can there be 1,400 people at this time? Oh yeah lah, because it's daytime for you guys, right? So oil refinery next. They actually hit the oil refinery many times already, so they are still oil. So I so no, the pro Russian Telegram channels are pissed off with Russian military, because they just don't understand why the Russian military just don't wipe out all the infrastructure of the Ukraine, especially the bridges, especially the power stations. So no, so who knows? Maybe tomorrow we might see even more crazy missile strikes from Russia. Not so, don't know. Okay, so that's it, man. I gotta put in the outro already. Thank you so much for the 1,300, 1,400 people of you guys. 6 p.m. in Florida. Yeah, I'm a bit tired now. I will try. It's Sunday, right, for you guys? Yeah, I think it's still Sunday for you guys. Oh, no wonder so many people. Yeah. 10 p.m. Is it still informative? I think now we just chit chat, random rubbish chit chat session, right? JKL say it's a fun and informative stream. I think it's still fun, but not sure if it's still informative. Singapore have 100 O F-16 and F-15s. You sure it's O? Singapore's F-16 and F-15 is no joke. But of course, it's not like the Viper. Viper is more newer. It's past midnight. Buy me and B. Buy me and B. In Serbia, we call you Asian Chinese. Asians Chinese. Yeah. That is actually at least accurate. Singapore Air Force is a joke. Joke compared to what? Yeah, Kiev got electricity. Okay, this Kiev didn't really got their electricity wasn't entirely wiped out. There was only some reports of a power outage, just some. So that's it. I think let's end this, or you will never end. So far, that's why the yesterday's stream can end up become 6 hours, because it will never end. So let's so I'm gonna put in the outro. If so, yeah, thank you, Todd. Yeah, I because I love Command and Conquer, so I love Command and Conquer intros. It's 1:30 a.m. You're living in India? Oh no, yeah, maybe India or in Middle East. Singapore attack Ukraine. No land so far away. How to attack? How many hours ago did this power outage happen? It's around 3 hours ago. HK around 2 hours ago, 1 to 2 hours ago. When I started the stream, the Ukraine just went all down. So around 2 hours ago, perhaps 2 hours. 10 p.m. in Switzerland. Glory to DPA. F-15 versus J-10C. Of course, F-15 will win. J-10 is a very old aircraft, you know. Legalize LGBT. Singapore have never banned LGBT. Singapore previously just legally don't allow a man and another man to popo. So man and man cannot popo. So but the one they will be lifting it. So now they can popo. So it's not a crime. But even if they popo, the police don't catch it. No one have ever been arrested for man to man popo. So we have been all saying so long that Russia is avoiding this target to spare Ukrainian front life from suffering, but instead Zelensky just throw the life anyway. Knew what to do. Clark Kent. Yeah, I think, yeah, something like that. Singapore homophobic? No, Singapore is just like any other country. There are people who don't like LGBT that much. There are people who are very pro LGBT, just like any other country. So there's just that. Nothing special about that. Does Wire have a Discord? Hey, you all don't know I have a Discord. Okay, so for those that do not know, DPA have a Discord channel. Please go to the description below. There is a link to the Discord channel. I have a great Discord team. You go there, you'll be culture shocked because there's literally a government. There's a court system. There's lawyers. There's prison. It's madness. So my mods are brilliant people. So they managed to do a crazy things on that Discord channel, and the community is around 900 over people strong. So very active. So you guys should join the Discord. I'm less there because I tend to be very busy updating all these things and doing work, so don't really have time to engage that much on Discord, but I do log in every day as much as I can to at least say hi and see what are the private messages to me. Who asked me, do you speak Chinese? Yes, 我讲华语啊，我可以讲华语 but 可是我讲华语你们都听不懂，我讲华语做什么呢？ So yeah, so yeah. What's your view on LGBT? I don't understand LGBT that much because I'm not gay. So like yeah, so that's my opinion. Yeah, it's very hard to have an opinion about something you don't understand. So I mean, if the girls like girls or guys like guys or guys want to be a girl or all this, go ahead lah. Doesn't affect me. Just don't make it part of don't make it like, oh, everyone must acknowledge them, like what the culture war is happening. That's very irritating. Will Russia strike back? Ali, this entire stream is about the Russia striking back. So this stream is Russia strike back. They strike all the power stations. Not all, like half the power stations. So Ukraine went into a blackout. But yeah, so Ali, stop at spamming or I'll kick you. Singapore is an example of a successful authoritarian country whose goal is to strive for ultimate perfection, create utopia with strict laws. It is successful. You cannot deny Singapore is successful. Is it authoritarian? Somewhat, but it's not much more authoritarian than what is seen in the Western world because of this COVID. Because of COVID, all the laws, all the things that the West is doing, USA, Canada, UK, all the shit stuff that y'all do, y'all are not much better than Singapore. So, hello, what the fuck is everyone asking a Singapore man to speak Chinese? Hello, I can speak Chinese, what? What's so special? What's even LGBT? Well, I want to crack a joke about what is LGBTQ, but I cannot think. My brain is dead now. Is Singapore based? Yeah, maybe. I don't know what it means by based. In that sense. Okay, 4:10 already. I give you all 10 more minutes already. Enough. So no. So that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Still 1,200 of you guys. Crazy. Thank you so much for the support. I will continue to cover as much as I can. Hopefully I will try to cover other stuff like the energy crisis, to like Asian news. So energy crisis for the Europe side, and try to cover some of the situation in Pakistan, maybe Sri Lanka. I don't know what the hell is happening in Sri Lanka. I try to cover Myanmar. I will try Myanmar, but it takes a bit of time to read about the Myanmar one. So we have all these things to cover. I need to read. So finding time to read is a bit difficult. So I will try, and so if I do post other stuff, please support, because if you all don't support, then the channel will be stuck as a Ukraine war channel, which is a very bad thing. So yeah, War Eagle, you just got here, so sorry. You can actually pull backwards to see what we said. Hey DPA, I just want to say, don't get sad about how internet get mean. I for one love your content. I think you're very neutral. Thank you, Theo Brown. Yeah, sometimes I actually know, like I did the poll, right? So on average, I did a poll about am I neutral? So across Telegram, YouTube, Facebook, and the poll on average is 70% thinks I'm neutral. So that's actually very, very good. Just that sometimes I see some of the comments, it's just so irritating that I have to reply. So yeah, so sometimes it just get triggered. can't be helped. I'm just human. But I try to ignore as sometimes. Papi DPA, since when I become your father. So that's it. So sorry, we will chat more, because if not, then we'll go. Tomorrow my schedule or time will be all messed up. I want to post a summary, right? In the morning of your time, morning in Europe, or Europe morning time, because its summaries should be by right in the morning. But my time have been so messed up. I have been posting the summaries in the night time of the previous day, so that's not good. So so just like today's the previous summary, the last summary that I did, it was posted in the morning of Ukraine time, so that's supposed to be where it should be posted. So I'll try to do that. So what you put super chat. So now thank you War Eagle for the super chat. So now I'm stuck here for how long? I don't know how long is this. 1 minute? Yeah, now I'm stuck. MJ is from Saudi. Phantom, you're from Germany and have big energy problem. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what's the problem with the West not wanting to be friends with Russia. I don't even think Russia did anything bad to the West, as far as I can tell, since the collapse of Soviet Union. So this entire Ukraine war is so unnecessary. So I really not sure. These are all big power games. So this is why it's important for every one of us to take note of the politics within our country, because if we start to elect wrong people into the parliament and to become your leader, we will accidentally go into deep shit. So yeah, but sometimes you can't tell. Like Zelensky, seems like a very nice guy, and then yeah, they brought them to death. So that's just how it is. Who is spamming? Oh, C2 Delta. After counter-offensive, you crop no army again. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to repeat so many times. Everyone also know, right? Ukraine, despite have a lot more manpower, it is still, they are also playing a high-risk game. So it's not easy. What is best, House of Dragon or Ring of Power? I only Ring of Power. I just watched the first episode, and then I feel a bit disturbed by some of the casting in terms of like the racial things, like why is there dark skinned elves? But of course, that's just me. I think House of Dragon is very nice. So far I watched all 3 episodes. It's so nice. MJ, thank you so much for the super chat from MJ. So now I cannot leave. For how long? I think it's over already. That's so fast. Okay. Yeah. So what else? So that's it lah, no? So thank you so much. Who is fucking racist? It's not racist. If you cast a white guy as a Chinese, I will be pissed off too. This is how it is. So what? Unless there's a specific race of elves, being written in this. For example, why okay, why our skin will be dark? It's melanin. Why we have melanin? Because of sun. Is there so much sun in the first age? There's no sun in the first age. In Lord of the Ring, the first age is entirely dark. There's no sun. It's every day is nighttime. So every day is nighttime, there's no sun situation, no one's skin is going to become dark. Everyone's skin will be pure white. That's why there is no dark skin elves. Understand? So this is not racist. It's just not according to science. So define race. We just different, just a little bit different. We are just from different places now. What? Jews are irrational hate for white people, so they cast people. I do not know about Jews that much, because there's not so much Jews in Singapore. French knights are cast as Africans. French knights. I don't know what's that supposed to mean. Welcome from the cave creature turns white. Yeah, Centurion Nome. So now you learn something, right? River of Life. Thank you for the sticker. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Right, trigger more people. Because Lord of the Ring, if you watch the first, what's the beauty of the first age? First age is full of magic, but there's no sun. So it's just natural that everyone is going to be white color. If you go to cave, you can see cave creatures. Very few are there of the cave creature that have melanin type of skin. It's gonna be black in color, especially black dwarfs. Voodoo. I don't know, man. I don't know. But you see, this is the Western culture war, seeping into all this kind of pop mainstream culture, messing things up. Like, I'm not inside the culture war. I'm not American. I find it so irritating, as an Asian. It's like I want to watch a Western show, all Western people. If it's African, for example, like Black Panther, they should be all African. No, that makes sense, natural. I don't need I don't need a movie to just put a Chinese or the Asian guy in the movie for the sake of making me happy. Actually, it doesn't make me happy. It just make me irritated. It's like you're trying to cheat my feeling. I don't know. That's just my feeling. Okay, that's it, man. That's it, man. Enough to chit-chat. This stream is messed up already. I do not know what to do with the stream now. So I do not know how to pose it up. So anyway, yeah. Thank you. I'll just pose it up, whatever, man. So I'll see you guys in the next update, okay? And the next update should be a summary, but after I wake up. Hopefully I have time to do the summary. So thank you so much, everyone, for staying around and chit-chat with me. Is so still got 1,200 of you guys. Is crazy, man. So thank you so much. Do help to the other videos, maybe this video don't share share the other videos that you think is useful with your friends and family or contacts, and press the like button, and yeah, something like that. So to help to grow the channel, and especially those that are not subscribed, you must subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. Just press subscribe, okay? And I don't know about the MVGs of the Russian troops. So yep, that's it. Thank you so much. I will put in the outro, and bye-bye.
Defense Politics Asia is a Singapore-based geopolitical and defense news media come think tank focusing on Asia from an Asian perspective. We try to provide insights on complicated issues and cast spotlights on underreported stories to give a voice to those that would otherwise not be heard. You can find out more geopolitical and military news, as well as in-depth opinions and analysis on www.defensepoliticsasia.com. To support our work, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel here, or you can become a patron on our Patreon at patreon.com/defensepoliticsasia and get access to exclusive content while be a part of the people that shapes the future of this unique platform. Please remember to press the like button and subscribe to our channel.